we are doing the fourth tutorial in Java. This tutorial will be on while loops. Firstly, I'll introduce you to some logical operators. So the AND operator is the two symbols here, or two symbols here, and not is the exclamation mark. I'm just going to introduce a very simple while loop and then write some more complicated ones, and hopefully you'll be able to follow. So I've initialized a value number as 0, and I have a while loop here. So what this means, while this statement in the bracket is true, the statements within the curly brackets will happen. So because the number is 0, while 0 is less than 3, that means that is true. System out print will print out the value of 0, and then what this num++ does is simply a short term for writing num is equal to num plus 1. So it adds a value of 1 to the number every time. So if I run this now, I shall get 0, 1 and 2. The reason why it doesn't produce a 3 is when the number num is equal to 2. 2 is less than 3, therefore this is true. It will print out the value of 2, and then 3 will then be the next value of num. So then if you then input num is equal to 3 here, 3 is not larger than 3, therefore the while loop will break. If I then put less than or equal to and run it, I will now get a 3 here, as you can see. This is because 3 is equal or less than 3, therefore it will run through again. And now I'll move on to a more complicated exercise. Let's make some space. Right, for this one, it will be asking for a password. If the password is correct, it will say congratulations. If the password is wrong, it will keep on asking you for the correct one in the while loop. So if I write string password is equal to joption_pane dot show input dialog quotation marks what's the password question mark, finish that with a semicolon. And then one problem with that, you need to remember to add the import. So if you left click the error and add import, should get rid of the error. And then after that, we want to create a while loop where it will carry on going round if the answer to the password is wrong. So we should put password dot equals no case, which is here, and then we can choose our password, which can be hello97. With this, we need curly brackets as there's going to be a few statements within it. So this will trigger if the password is wrong, and inside this we want to say if the password is wrong, like so. We want to print out password is wrong. So let's do another curly brackets for the if loop. Inside the if loop we can use the joption_pane again, but this time it will be show message dialog. Then inside this will be null, and then it will be in this incorrect. And then inside the if loop we want to ask for the password once again. So let's copy paste this down. So it's, after that it's told us it's wrong and is asking for his password once again, and then the loop will start again. It will check if the password's correct, and if not, it will loop over and again. So let's just run this. What's the password? So I write hello 90, incorrect, ask me for password again. Hello 01, incorrect. Then if I write hello 97, it will let me pass. But nothing's coming up once we pass, so outside the while loop we want to write another message. So let's copy paste this out. But inside we want to say that's correct. So if we run this once again, and then this time we write the correct password in, hello 97, that's correct. The next part will be extending this a little bit using the logical operators which I talked about earlier, and give it a limit of only 3 attempts. So in our while loop we can create another variable which will be number less than 2, and then if we create the number and make that equal 0, that will give us 3 attempts. So then inside this we need to constantly be adding the value of number by 1. So then if we run this now, we should get 3 attempts. So if I get this wrong 3 times, it only gives you 3 attempts, but it came up as that's correct because that's outside the loop. This needs to be put in another if loop. So if the password is correct, it will print out that at the bottom, and then we can put an else statement and then print out out of attempts. So let's run that now and have a look. Incorrect, incorrect, run out of attempts. Well, there you go. That's how you use while loops. Hope this helped.